Greetings everyone, I'm Glitch and welcome to another video. So about a week or so ago I did a reaction and somebody put in a request for a video in my comment section and they asked me if I react to any other stuff. I absolutely do. It's just that a lot of people do not really request stuff, so I go searching on my own and I always welcome any suggestion from you guys. This person requested that I react to some Bill Burr. I am very aware who Bill Burr is. Bill Burr is a comedian. He attacks a lot of social issue stuff, stereotypes, and whatnot. And I love comedy that attacks stereotypical issues. So I'm all for it. If you guys don't know who Bill Burr is a comedian. Like I said, attacks stereotypical issues, among other things. But he also played the character Mayfield in The Mandalorian. And I love The Mandalorian. It's one of the few Disney Star Wars shows that I would watch because it's Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. I love those two to death. They keep Star Wars alive for me. And Bill Burr was really good in that show. I thought he played a very good role. Now, this one is called Titanic is a horror film. In my mind, Titanic isn't, but let us see what Bill Burr says that makes it a horror film.
I'm a loser, people. Oh yeah, let's get that out of the way. 36, not married, I sleep on a futon. My back hurts. It's awful. I'm at that age where everybody I know is getting married. People, let me ask you a question. Why the hell do people keep getting married? You know what I mean? Isn't anybody looking at the stats? What's it like, 3 out of 4 marriages go right down the drain now? People, if you were going skydiving and they told you 3 out of 4 parachutes weren't gonna open, you'd be like, yo, forget it, I'm not going. I don't like those odds. I'm just kidding, people. You know what? I'll get married. I'll get married the day I see a married guy who actually looks happy. You know what I mean? Because every time you see a married dude, anytime you ask them what it's like being married, they always tell you it's good, but they have a look on their face like they have an appendicitis.
Okay. That is kind of true. Not all marriages are good. Not all of them. I'm not married. Hopefully one day I do get married, but not every marriage is a successful marriage. I mean, there's a lot of bumps in the road that you have to deal with, and my advice in any relationship, even because I'm in a relationship and we work out a lot of our quirks, but my advice is try to compromise as much as you can. Need to understand what the other person is feeling and whatnot. Just try to work out your differences the best you can. Be completely honest, and your life together will be successful. I promise you that. But not every marriage is forever. Sometimes a marriage will last a couple of years, maybe 5 or 6, and something may happen. Get divorced, meet someone else, get married to them, divorce again. It happens. He is pretty much right on that.
Oh, it's hilarious. You're like, yeah, so what's it like being married? They're like, it's good, it's good. That's good, it's a lot of work, but, it's good. When you meet the right person and, it starts to click, it's a good thing. I enjoy it. You'll meet that person, when you know. I can't feel my legs. No, you know when you know. It's a good thing. Just.
That is also true. That's also true. At that point, the person needs to come out to their partner and tell them, hey, this relationship isn't working. I mean, the whole point of dating a person is to be sure. I mean, I've been dating my girlfriend for about 4 years now. We're still going strong. And the whole point of dating is to know if that person's the right person. If not, there's plenty of other fish in the sea. Absolutely. If a marriage is causing a person to act like that, then you two need to sit down and talk, buddy.
I love women, though. This is my deal. I love women, but you know what I'm finding? I'm not compatible with them. You know? I'm serious. Women have, like, too much energy for me. That's what I've noticed, you know? Like, you can't have a day off when you have a girlfriend. They just, like, see that open day. They're like, oh, my God, let's go fill it up with some stuff. No, and then they just come at you with one horrible idea after another. Horrible ideas like, you want to make some sandwiches and go to the park? No, every one of their ideas involves like walking around, like looking at stuff. It's almost like they're trying to wear you down. After like 2 or 3 stores, you're like leaning on stuff. I don't care. Just buy something. I don't care. You know what the worst one is? You ever get that one? You want to go to brunch? You want to go to brunch on Sunday? And inside you're like, no! But you can't say that. You got to keep them happy, right? So what do? You're like, yeah, let's go to brunch. What a great idea. Why would you want to sleep in on a Sunday when you can go pay $18 for eggs? Now you're thinking. Now you're thinking. Then we can sit around and listen to your friends have moronic conversations about the eggs, like, is that pesto? Is that pesto in your omelet? Oh, it's asparagus. It's asparagus. I thought it was pesto. Oh, you just want to flip the whole table over and just run out of there.
Oh, man. The way he does a female voice just cracks me up. Damn. Brunch is not that bad. It can be pricey for one person. Like, for example, Father's Day was last Sunday. And I talked to my mom about it, and we decided, hey, I'm going to take my dad out for brunch. I went to brunch with my dad for Father's Day, and I paid for it. And he was actually pretty much right about the price, because the thing that my dad and I had, we had the exact same thing. We had the chicken fried steak at the casino near here, and it did cost $18 for both of us, but the price came out to a total of like $46. Brunch can be pricey depending on where you go, but that is absolutely true. Thank God I don't have those conversations.
So, I was dating this girl recently. This girl's like really like into like women's issues. She got me this book on women's lib one time, right? So I'm reading this thing. I think women's lib was a great thing. Like back in the 70s, I thought it was cool, you know? Over the last couple of years, though, I think that whole women's movement, it's really starting to morph into kind of like this reverse pimping kind of thing, you know? Because every time you see them on TV, they always say, all we want is to be treated exactly like guys, right? But if you listen to them, they don't. They only want the good stuff of being a guy. They look at a guy's life like it's like a buffet. Like you just can start picking out stuff, like same amount an hour, we'll take some of that. Pay for the movie, that's okay, you can keep that one, I like that one. This is nice, that's yucky, that's icky. I mean, come on, people, you can't choose. This girl gave me a rough time one time. She goes, well, why does a guy make more an hour to do the exact same job? I go, I'll tell you why. Because in the unlikely event that we're both on a Titanic and it starts to sink, for some screwed up reason, you get to leave with the kids and I have to stay. No, that's why I get the $1 more an hour. You know, if there's a house fire, it's always women and children first. I gotta stand there with like the back of my shirt on fire going, let's go, people, let's go, let's go. So that's how I look at it. No, it's a $1 an hour surcharge. Seriously, that if something screwed up happens, either I can't leave or I gotta like get in the way of it to give you a head start, like rabid dog, run honey, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. You hear a bump in the night, I gotta go check it out. Like, yes, he does have a knife. No, I don't. I don't think a woman should make $1 less an hour to do the exact same job, okay? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if you're gonna make what I make when the boat sinks, you better be standing right there next to me, listening to that guy play the cello. Then you get the corner office.
Yeah. Equal pay is like a big thing still. But one thing that it doesn't make much sense to me, and this is like a more recent issue. I can't remember her name. I think her name was like Mega or something. She plays soccer for the Olympics. And what doesn't make sense to me is that they are fighting for equal pay in women's sports. And I want to remember, doesn't she make more than what the men do in their sports profession? Because I remember hearing something like that. And if that is actually true, and you want equal pay, why do you want a decrease in pay? It does not make sense to me whatsoever. And some women actually do get paid more than men. Like, I have a female coworker, she makes more than me because she is skilled in a lot more stuff than I am at our workplace. I may be a operator of forklifts, but she controls an actual machine and she gets paid more. Like, I think she makes at least $1.25 more than I do. But it's just weird.
I don't got a problem. You got all the benefits. That's why I didn't like that movie, The Titanic. You know what I hate about that movie? Every girl I meet thinks that movie's romantic. Like, oh my God, that was so romantic, don't you think? No! No, I don't. It was a horror film. And they're always like, why? Why? Because all the guys die. See, you're sitting there watching it going, who would I be in that scenario? You be that chick floating away in the big piece of luggage. I'm watching it going, who would I be? I'd be that dude when, like, the boat breaks in half, that dude who, like, falls straight down, bangs off the stuff and goes into the water. That's who I'd be. I'd be wearing a tuxedo, not because I wanted to, but you wanted to dress up that night, right? And I'd just be falling the whole way down. I should have humped that chick in first class. All right, I'm out of time. You guys are a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
I remember seeing a show on a boat. I don't remember if it was the Titanic, but I remember I was like really young when I saw it. I remember when they were walking across like a board or something, and it was in an elevator shaft, and the elevator was all the way up on top of the shaft, and down below there's a bunch of like the framework of the boat sticking straight up like deadly spikes, and there was a guy in a tuxedo who went across the plank, but the plank ended up breaking underneath him, and he ended up landing on those spikes, and the elevator fell right after him. And my mom had to cover my eyes for that. I mean, I was a little kid. It may have been the Titanic. I don't know if a scene like that actually exists in the Titanic, but I do know that it was some movie that was on a boat that happened. But I may have to check out more Bill Burr. I may have to, because this was actually pretty good. I don't watch comedy specials that much. I mean, the last comedy special I saw was like Jimmy Carr, and it was the Funny Business special. But if there's more clips from Bill Burr, please point them out, because that was actually pretty good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Comment down below any more videos that you want me to react to, or email them to the email in the description. Till then, I am Glitch. Peace.